headed to Pismo Beach. Cheers guys, we just arrived at Ventana Campground and we can't wait to spend the night here and explore in the morning. Guys, coming at you from the Senza Hotel in Napa. We finally made it. I'm gonna do a really quick get ready with me for the day. So I already put on my Tarte Pack Your Bags eye mask. I love these guys. They're super easy to pack. They come packed individually. So first up, I'm gonna use my Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer with a lead beauty blender. So I'm just gonna talk as I go through. Just talk about what we've been doing the past few days. So I knew I had to come out here for work for an event for Laura Mercier for our new foundation launch, and I was like, you know what, it coincides with MLK weekend, why don't we make a trip out of it? We have a really nice time to drive through California. It's not too hot. So we ended up deciding to stop in Big Sur. We decided to come up to Napa for the next 2 nights. So we made it super late last night. Ended up catching up with some of my friends that are from San Francisco that came out to visit me. I think we're really good about planning spontaneous trips. It's really important, I think. I'm a huge traveler, so I always like to just plan little weekends away and big trips and just disperse them throughout the year. I do a lot of travel for work. I'm in LA about once a month for the next 5 months, so it's been a lot of fun. I'm definitely getting used to the bi-coastal life. So next I'm gonna go into my Laura Mercier concealer. This is the Flawless Fusion concealer in the shade 3W. I'm gonna take my smaller On Me blender and I'm just gonna use that to blend out on my eyes. I have a lot of discoloration on my eyelids, so I always make sure to put some concealer up there, and then I bring it down to my cheeks. That is where I have most of my discoloration. I have a lot of dark spots, so I just bring it down. So I'm already starting to think about where I want to go for my next trip, and I have a lot of contenders, but I'm really into the idea of going to Morocco. That's been on my list for a really long time. I also really want to go to Singapore. Totally guilty of being obsessed with Crazy Rich Asians, and that inspired me to want to go. I've only been to Thailand in that area, so I really want to explore the Asia Pacific region more. I feel like there's also so many places in the US I want to explore more. I really want to do a trip to Utah and go glamping over there. Glamping Big Sur was so fun. I feel like I just didn't get enough of the experience with only one day. So this was my Laura Mercier Candle Glow powder. Actually, I'll open it up for you guys. And I'm just using a big bronzer brush and just buffing that out all over my face. It just gives you a really nice little highlight. And this is the shade 4. I think they have 6 different shades. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier blush. This is actually an older shade. I think it's now discontinued. It's called the Room Flush. You know what, this is literally a PR sample. It doesn't even have the label on the bottom. But I just really love like a light pink that makes you look flushed and gives you a little bit color of your face. Growing up, my mom always said you need blush and lipstick no matter what. I feel like most people are obsessed with, you know, having their eyebrows done or having eyeliner. I can't leave a house without at least a lipstick on. I even will pass on mascara. I just need a lipstick on my mouth. So now that I'm done with the blush, I'm gonna go in with the Flesh highlight. This is the shade Promise. It's a really pretty like pink undertone, and it just gives you a really subtle highlight. I just take my fan brush, I'm gonna go right in there. Right above my lip. So going back to travel, again, Morocco, Utah. I really want to go to Austin. I've had some friends who have lived there for a while, and they say the best things about the city. I think it'd be a really fun, quick weekend trip. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beach Stick in Ibiza. I'm gonna take my blender, just blend that out. I always do this. It just gives you a little bit of a natural contour, and it's just gonna pop your cheekbones a little. I also really want to go to Vancouver. I think that the city mixed with the nature of like all the forests looks incredible. I am guilty for following a bunch of Vancouver influencers, and I just feel like it's such a beautiful city and I really want to get out. Back on the East Coast of things, I really want to at some point make it to Belize. I am scuba certified, so I really want to start traveling to destinations that have really great scuba diving a bit more to really practice on that. I haven't gone in a few years and I feel like it's kind of a waste of my skill if I'm not. I think the ocean is just like such a beautiful place and so important to explore. We actually know less about our ocean than we do about our immediate space, which I think is a mind-blowing fact. So I think it's just such a magical world that people don't really know much about. This was my Hoola bronzer. I've been using this bronzer since I literally have been 12. It's the only product I still use from my like OG first products I've ever used. Now I'm gonna go in and do my brows. So I'm using the Brow Stylist Definer. Next, I'm going to take my Glossy Boy Brow in the brown shade. I'm just going to go right where my brow starts. That tends to be where I have holes. You can see it right there. I'm just going to build right in there. I'm also really interested in going to Tulum. I know that it's a bit overhyped at the moment, but it seems beautiful and not too far of a trip. Next, I'm using the Narcissist Wanted palette, and I'm just gonna go in with this shade right here. I just do a really quick blend, and then I'm going to use this darker shade right here and just go on the outer rim in my crease. Okay. Take a ponytail brush. I'm just going to blend that out so there are no harsh edges. I burned myself with a straightener a few days ago. Don't do it. It's really painful and it looks horrible now. So take your time. But I'm just gonna put some concealer right on that to try to blend it in a little bit more. And this is the NARS Creamy Concealer in the Tiramisu shade. Using the NARS Longer Than Life eyeliner, I just use it right on the top in my corner just to build out my lashes a little bit more. This is a really simple, easy makeup look. I'm not trying to do anything too crazy today. I'm gonna finish with the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. So last step is the NARS Jew Me Baby lipstick, lip crayon. Now I'm ready for the day. Hey guys, we're at our first winery at Luna Winery, and we're really excited. It's a very small vineyard in Napa, and they only produce 5,000 barrels a year, right?
I wasn't listening.
I think it's 5,000. Cheers.
Oh, yeah, you never know. They see, you never know.
can't. I don't even know what to say.
Say anything. Camera loves.
So we're engaged. So we went to school at Michigan together. And we always knew each other, but we never really interacted. I don't have any memories talking to him.
I was friends with your friends, you were friends with my
We were
friends.
parties together, but we never really like.
You wrote
ever
happy
spoke.
birthday on my Facebook wall when you were a freshman.
So he thinks I had a crush on him first. Whatever.
Facts are facts.
Okay. And so we ran into each other at 3 parties in 2 weeks in the Michigan crowd. And I asked my sorority big, can you set me up with him? And she was like, sure, let me text him. So she texted him. 2.5 years later, here we are. So we made it all the way up the coast to San Francisco.